Hello, this is Dennis with Walk This Way. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I wanted to share with you this powerful tool called eSword X, and it's on your Apple laptop. And before we do that, I like to have a time of prayer, asking the Holy Spirit to guide and teach us and claim John 16:13. After we've done that, then we get into our study. And so let me show you how I use this powerful tool. And I'm also going to use this super search, which helps speed up my Bible study tremendously. And your heart is going to burn within you, like I said earlier. So a couple of weeks ago, I was asked to be a speaker for a week of prayer. And it was on Luke 21:28. That was the theme. And so how I study the Bible in Luke 21:28, I look at words and phrases and define them, and the Holy Spirit gives you new insights. So during the day, I meditate. That means I think about it, what I read in the morning and study, and the Holy Spirit will bring new insights into your mind. It could be while you're in the shower. It could be while you're driving. It could be in the middle of the night. I have gotten up before a few times to write down these insights before I forget them. And so we're going to look at Luke 21:28, and it's in the context of the second coming of Jesus, the signs, and we see them happening all around us, and it's getting more intense and more frequent, so we know that his coming is very near. So Luke 21:28 says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." So I like to, like I said, look at words or phrases. So look at the phrase "look up" is a study. It's going to take a while just to look at that, or you could do a quick study, and I'll show you how to do that with the super search. Lift up your heads is another study you could do. Your redemption draweth nigh. What does that mean? So we're going to look up. So first of all, I'm going to look at what the Greek word G352 says here. So I clicked on it. It says here the Greek word means to rise, to be elated. So those are all good things, that insights that you could really think about. What does it mean to be elated, to be excited? You could also type this word into the box down below here in the Strongs and look it up, and it will do the same thing for you. In the right hand corner, you could put in the word "look," because the Webster's Dictionary is not defining phrases, but when you look up the word "look," it will have "look up" in it. Look on, let's see here, going down here, right here. Particular direction of the eye is expressed by various modifying words as to look down or to look up, to look back, to look forward. So anyway, so that's a way that you could study this. So you could also put a search here, the phrase "look up." You see any words, all words, any words. Let's do all words first. So there are 16 verses in the Bible that have the word "look" and they have the word "up" in it. But we want to look at the phrase. So there are 4 verses in the Bible. So there's Psalm 5:3. So you can click on this, go to Psalm 5:3, and it's talking about prayer, looking up in prayer. So, "My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord, in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up." There's H6822, you can look that up, and it gives you insight here of, it's also a definition of, it says a wait, but it says a watchman. What is a watchman? And you're going to see a little later how I use that in my study, the word watchman. So then you go back to search here and see it's 4 places here, Psalm 5:3, Psalm 40:12 and Mark 8:25. You can read that. This is where Jesus healed a man that was blind and made him look up. So you could get some insights into that and the understanding the phrase look up. And then the one we're studying on. So I'm going to go to window here and look up super search. Oh man, this is powerful. Your Bible study, I've put together to give the credit to the Holy Spirit, a study in 10 to 15 minutes using this powerful word search here. And this searches your whole library, whatever you've set up, Bible translations, commentaries, dictionaries, encyclopedias, Strong's Concordance numbers, cross-references. It has everything here, your entire library here. So I'm going to look up the word look up. And I'm going to put down not all words, I'm going to do phrases. And then let's search. This is just powerful, I tell you. Okay, it's searching here. So 285 results, 294 matches. So see, you could go through the various versions. In the American Standard Version, it appears twice. In Psalms, and I think it's 40:12, yes, and Luke 21:28. Look at Easy Reading Version, 13 times. So you could read each of those to get a little better insight into the defining what lookup means. Albert Barnes, you go down to Psalms 5 and see what he says. You could go down, I have John Gill, Albert Barnes. You know, what does John Gill say on Psalm 5:3? What about Psalm 121:1? I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. So there's the word look up there that he's written in there in his commentary. So you can read that. Oh man, I tell you. Going back over to here on the search here, John Gill, and I have Matthew Henry in there, and what he says on all, he has phrases to look up in all these. You can read all those. And going down further, you can get into, let's see here, F.B. Meyer, the International Bible Encyclopedia, Smith, Webster's definitions. The word uplook means to look up. And then the Strong's, we looked at some of these words. H6822, there are 36 occurrences, look up. H7805, so there's 2 in the Old Testament with the word look up, definition. The Hebrew word there's 3 occurrences there, to scan. And then there's 2 in the New Testament, G352, but you also could do G308, look up, to recover sight. So going back here, Absolute Surrender by Andrew Murray. He uses the word look up. We want to get help, every one of us, so that in our daily life, God shall be clear to us. God shall have the right place, be all in all. And if we are to have that through life, let us begin now and look away from ourselves and look up to God. The next one is Absolute Surrender, kept by the power of God. He used the word look up here. How often have I tried to do that and made a fool of myself? You cannot stir up faith from the depths of your heart. Leave your heart and look into the face of Christ and listen to what he tells you about how he will keep you. Look up into the face of your loving Father and take time every day with him and begin a new life with deep emptiness and poverty of a man who has got nothing and who wants to get everything from him, with the deep restfulness of a man who rests on the living God, the omnipotent Jehovah, and try God and prove him, and he will not, and if he will not open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that there shall not be room to receive it. Isn't that something? So you could go down to devotional readings. You could see all the different ones. Abounds on prayer. Others, Andrew Murray, Charles Spurgeon, devotional readings, morning and evening. Let's see, April 20. Let's see what it says here. I'm sure the word has the word, look up. Let us fight as if it all depended upon us, but let us look up and know that all depends upon him. So anyway, there's just all that you could. So going back here, I want to show you. So that's the super search. It's powerful. So the study here in editors down below, we talk about defining words and phrases, meditating the Holy Spirit will speak to you, super search. Personal application, make sure you apply what you learn to your life and to be able to share it, that cements it in your mind. And then you get into the study. And see, this is kind of what I studied. And what happened was, I did a kind of a 4-point thing on what look up means. It's a call to prayer, Psalm 5:3, as you can see there. And here is Barnes and his commentary. Watch and Pray. Absolute Surrender by Andrew Murray, kept by the power of God. And so I have look up in there, and it's just beautiful. With Christ in the School of Prayer by Andrew Murray. I have another one to look up. The word look up in it. I love this. He wants to give you, just place yourself before and look up into his face. Think of his love, his wonderful, tearing, pitying love. Yeah, so that's part. And then a call to watch. Remember, we looked up the Hebrew word there for look up, and it means to watch men. So H6822 is what I was telling you about, and it brought out the word watchman. So then I looked up the word watchman, and there are various verses, particularly in Isaiah and Ezekiel, on watchmen, being a watchman on the house. To be able to warn when destruction is coming so that people could turn away and to follow what is true. And then number 3 is a call to set affections on heavenly things. Colossians 3:1 and 2. Set your affections on things above. That means to look up, not on things of this earth, for you're dead and your life is hid with Christ in God. And number 4, it's a call to confidence and assurance of who we believe in. Job 22:25, and let God all-powerful be your goal. Let him be your pile of silver. Job 22:26, then you'll enjoy God all-powerful and you will look up to him. And then Job 35:5, look up into the sky, look at the clouds, which are so much higher than you. So you could just think about that right there. The thoughts come to your mind. Wow, look who I am and how powerful God is, and I need to be dependent on him and allow him to lead my life and my daily decisions I'm making. And Job 19:25, that to depend on your Redeemer. He lives, he stands in the latter day. And I looked up the word liveth. And then in summary, what does it mean to look up? Watching and praying, being watchmen and warning. Set your affections on things above and not on earthly things. And to have confidence in him. Isn't that a powerful study? Well, I really appreciate you joining me today. Please check out other videos on Bible study and prayer. We'll continue to learn how we can have a close walk with God. Thank you.